Kevin McCarthy standing here with one of the stars of the new film, Water for Elephants. I actually really think she should be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. Coming up next, my interviews with the other stars of the film, Robert Pattinson, Reese Witherspoon, and Christoph Waltz. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most spectacular show on earth.
There's something really, I think, if you're ever around elephants, I mean, you feel it. They're incredibly powerful creatures, and just having such a huge mass, moving mass next to you, you have a big emotional connection to it. But Ty, who plays Rosie, she's a very special creature, and I think anyone who would meet her, everyone has an immediate connection. Everyone on the crew was saying good morning to her every day. It was like it was a big deal having her there.
Excuse me, sir, can we help you? You know circuses?
1931. It was the Benzini brothers.
That's the most famous circus disaster of all time. Are you telling me that you were there for...
Right in the middle of it.
There's scenes in the film where you have to go through so many traumatic moments before you go out into the circus and you have to put a big smile on your face.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if that ever equates to real life. Like, let's say you're having a bad day and you have to go on set and do like a comedic scene in a film. Does that ever come into play? Do you feel more comfortable kind of getting into character to get your mind off of your bad day?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think sometimes actors do whole movies just to escape their lives.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry we're having a fight. I think I'm going to go to China for 3 months
Real
and make
quick.
a movie. Maybe it'll blow over by then.
Right.
It never does.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think, I think everybody's had that experience where you have to put on a brave face in order to get through things. So, yeah, it's kind of a
But it's got to be even
universal
harder as an actress because you're trying to portray a character, and then you might have something personal in your life that you don't want that to come through the screen when we're watching your performance, and it never does, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it's just that got to be like tough. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. But this character, obviously can't hold inside how bad she feels in her relationship with her husband, and it just sort of like, it's that sort of idea that she's disintegrating on the inside, and the relationship is really crumbling and sort of tearing her apart.
I don't know if I picked that circus.
I'm telling you right now, I think I'm seeing another Oscar performance from you here. I just thought this was absolutely brilliant. I gotta ask you, the dynamic your character has is this instant shift from this kind-hearted, complimentary man to, to lack of a better term, you become evil in certain aspects of the film. In your mindset, what are you thinking about that helps you go that quickly into that evil mindset?
Let me ask you a question. If you're in traffic, right, you're driving your car, and then you got stuck, and then nothing moves, and you started your journey kind of happily, but you start to get late for your appointment. Nothing moves, and it doesn't look like it's going to move for a long time. And all of a sudden the guy behind you beeps his horn as if you could do anything about the traffic jam. How fast would your mood flip?
Turn around, flip the guy off.
Exactly.
Like,
There you
screw
go.
you, man.
There you go.
That's what you think about.
No, that's not what
Well,
I think about. I'm
kinda
not going
like
to
how
tell
you-
you what I think
Right,
about, but
right.
I'm just giving you an analogy.
No.
Something told me that circus picked me.
I met her yesterday for like 20 minutes. And I'm like sitting there, I absolutely fell in love with her.
Yeah.
And then I go watch the movie, and it's so tough to watch these scenes where she's being abused in the film. We know it's not real. We know it's a movie, but what do you think it is about when we watch a movie? Why is it so hard for us to watch animals get hurt? But then, like when humans get hurt in movies, like we're kind of like we're used to it now. Why is there that weird balance?
It's so weird.
I'm right, isn't that weird? I watch humans die all day long, but like when the animal gets hurt, I'm like, what's going on? It's just freaking me out.
I know, it's horrible. I don't know, maybe just people, humanity has ended.
Right.
They're just like, no one cares anymore.
Yeah, we don't even matter anymore.
But, no, it is strange. Especially a huge animal, like an elephant. I mean, it's just, I think there's just such a kind of innate gentleness to them that,
Right.
and you can really tell just the way they move. And all elephants, like, they never step on anyone or anything. They're so careful. And just to see one being abused is the most horrible thing in the world. Like sometimes you see the secret footage of some circuses and stuff, And it's like, it's the most grotesque thing I've ever seen. Like, it's kind of to mistreat these incredible animals. Like, I mean, literally the most incredible mammals that are around.
Right.
I don't know. We have compassion for animals that we don't have for each other, and it's
That's
really
weird, though.
It is.
Isn't that kind of wrong?
I know. I talk about this all the time. Like, you'll see a Hurricane Katrina, and then people were standing on rooftops. But if they had a dog, somehow people were just much more interested.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, it's important that we have compassion for animals, and maybe sometimes it's easier to feel it for them than for other people. But I don't know.
We're kind of cool now with watching people die on screen all the time.
Very good point.
Yeah, why is that?
Exactly, because it's like a part of political correctness to sympathize with the animal, but not give a about
okay.
the human.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's some form of awkward
Are we
development
just
in our
used to it,
culture.
though, you think? Are we used to watching people die?
Well, we're used to watch people die on a screen,
Right.
You know, and then the problem arises from not being able to make a difference between, you know, what's happening in the real world and on the screen. That we take it for the same thing. 100 years ago, people wouldn't have had a problem watching someone beat an animal because that's how they did it. Now we know more about animals, but apparently we know more or less about humans.
The world's run on tricks. Everyone plays. You're a beautiful woman. Deserve a beautiful life.
I love the chemistry between you and Reese. My favorite thing in the movie is when you use song titles to kind of foreshadow your feelings for her, and you say that one line where you say, "I confess that I love you," and like, you know, I was wondering, like, you know, that could actually be used in real life. I could use that to pick up a girl because, like, I could use a song title. Could that actually work?
You can just literally check it out. Like, you'd be listening to Usher or something.
Yeah.
I want to make love to you in this club. Just like,
Let her pause for a second. It's like,
the song.
just a song. that could work.
I like it. That doesn't even have to be playing.
I'm gonna say this is Robert Pattinson approved. So if a girl slaps me, he told me to do it. It's totally cool.
I don't see nothing wrong with a bit of bump and grind.
Yep. Hey, I like big butts and I cannot lie. All right, we're cool with that.
A star, George. Out there, I got nothing.
It was incredible to build this non-verbal relationship with another spirit, you know, and it was really hard to leave the movie. I burst into tears when I finished. I was like, it's very emotional.
So when you leave a film like this, like, I mean, like, you walk away from a character that's this emotional.
Oh, it was depressing to leave this movie every day. It was so much fun. And we have circus performers who performed at lunch, and they'd just be out there, like, doing the trapeze or, you know, doing their performances. And it was just really, an exciting filmmaking experience.
When you walk away from a movie like this is a deeply emotional film, but like in the beginning, your character's so happy and giddy, you're going to school, and then all of a sudden that tragic accident happens, and you kind of have to go into this mindset that, oh my gosh, this is a tragedy. I know it's acting, but what do you think about in your head that helps you get, because you're like shaking, sweating in that scene when you find out that your parents have been killed in the car accident. What do you think about as an actor to dive into that like really horrific mindset of being so depressed?
I think just the setup of that whole situation. I mean, I think I've never really done a scene where just the sort of quietness of that building. We were shooting in an abandoned hospital, so there was nothing apart from in this one room. Everyone was totally silent, and you just see these two bodies in a morgue. I mean, it's just, it's more the anticipation. I was just thinking, you know, walking down, trying to think like, I mean, how would I be reacting to this? I mean, the nerves as well, because you'd be incredibly nervous to see it, especially as you're just going in there to identify your parents. It's like the most, it's the most difficult thing you can possibly do, and I guess that was kind of how it felt when I was doing it.